But the opponent swaps out into Skarmory. Oh my goodness. Going for the Thunderbolt. Let's see. This is literally going to do, even if this is a Brave Bird, it's not going to do anything. This is a Shadow Probopass, taking that like a boss. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP, so please consider subscribing to the channel if that is of interest to you. And if you're a returning subscriber like PD, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are shoutcasting a set of battles submitted to me by Flintoff901, subscriber to the channel, who is running a double shadow team featuring a very spicy pick in Shadow Probopass. Shadow Probopass is a very spicy pick. The thing I like about this Pokemon is that its two charge moves are the same as Defense Deoyxs, so I think it has a lot of potential right there. It's a very spicy pick for sure, and it's being paired up with a Shadow Politoed in the lead. This one is running Blizzard for some extra coverage and probably to save on the cost of the Elite TM. And then rounding this team out in the back, we have Altaria. So it looks like a really fun team, and hopefully we are in for a very spicy set of battles. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please make sure you smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. Alright, so let's jump into the first battle here, going up against Supreme 12012. Now, I got this sort of dazed look today. When I look like this, it's because I just woke up. It's not because of anything else. You guys leave some pretty interesting comments about it. Alright, we got Shadow Politoed into Blastoise here. And this is a weak connection sign, so that is not a good sign, obviously. Politoed has a decent match rate. It's pretty neutral in general, but it is going to outpace the Blastoise to the charge moves. So going to let this Hydro Cannon go through here and shoot off some more Weather Ball. So Weather Ball, obviously a very spammy move. Politoed hits pretty hard because it is a Shadow. And these Mud Shots doing pretty much the same as the Water Guns for the most part, it looks like. So this time going to shield up. And then I would imagine take this matchup in the one shield, unless the opponent wants to start shielding, but they actually swap out into Hypno, and this is a Shadow Hypno. So let's see if the opponent is going to choose to burn a shield here. Nope, and swaps out into Probopass. So here we go, Probopass, looking like an absolute boss here with the red eyes, got the mustache, big nose right there. It's a solid Pokemon. Actually kind of looks like me, but you know, just throw a hat on there. We got Hypno throwing, I mean, this Focus Blast that, oh shit. Alright, that was pretty crazy. I actually went for the Focus Blast there. That was a great call on the shield because I don't think I would have shielded that, to be honest. It's really hard to put a Hypno on a Focus Blast, but that was a solid shield. Opponent lets the Hypno go down, Blastoise comes back in, and look at this spark damage. I'm telling you, Probopass is an absolute beast right here. Gonna get to this Rock Slide, and the Blastoise actually chooses to shield this up and is going to throw the energy here. Looks like the Blastoise actually had to throw the energy at this point because I think the Probopass would have outpaced it. Nice undercharge there from the opponent, it looked like, but it's not going to matter because Politoed has the Weather Ball already. This is going to knock out the Blastoise, and we got Forretress into Skarmory. So actually, one thing I should note here is that in the first battle, he did choose to use Skarmory in the backline, but then swapped it out for Altaria for the rest of the set because of the Talonflame issue, he said. So we're going to see Skarmory here, and it's a pretty solid matchup. This is an absolute wall. As somebody who used to use Forretress quite a bit, you definitely do not like seeing this matchup. So Sky Attack's going to take this out, and in the next match we're going to be seeing Altaria. So a nice start here, off to a 1-0, and let's jump into battle number 2 here. We got Azumarill22. So Flintoff901 running the double spice here. I guess it's only single spice with Probopass. I guess Politoed Shadow's kind of spice. But we see a Wigglytuff come in here. So this is a good matchup unless the Wigglytuff wants to burn both shields. If the Wigglytuff chooses to go the 2-shield route, it is going to win switch. However, most Wigglytuffs don't tend to do that. So we're probably going to see Politoed win this. And the Wigglytuff here, I think it takes like 10 charms to get to the first charge move. And it is going to be able to farm down the Politoed here. So Probopass is going to come in. This is an absolute beautiful matchup to see with the Probopass. Going to choose to let this go through. And even though it's the resist, it still did quite a bit of damage, but you know, Probopass is pretty beast. Gonna go for the farm down here, I'd imagine. No, gonna throw the energy. Probably could have farmed down there, but maybe didn't want to take any more damage from Charm. Should be fine either way. Has a shield advantage. Let's see what the opponent's going to come in with. Against this Shadow Probopass, comes in with Clefable. What is going on? Is this a triple charm team right here? Probopass gonna throw the Rock Slide. Should have 2 Rock Slides ready. Is this Probopass gonna be Clefable with 3 HP? This Probopass was already in the red when this Clefable came in. And look at this, Clefable, pretty much a sacrifice to the Shadow God. Azumarill comes in. Don't know why that didn't. Well, I guess Spark and Thunderbolt still hurt, but here comes Altaria. So the opponent seems to have played this correctly because look at the position they put themselves in. They got Altaria locked into Azumarill. Kind of wishing you had that Skarmory there. Opponent does have play rough, but this should still be a winnable position in the 2 vs 1 shields in favor of Altaria, but Azumarill should still be able to win that match. So we're going to spam the Sky attacks here. Wow! Why did the opponent let that go through? What is going on? So just shield here, farm down Dragon Breath. Altaria is going to win this game. Opponent loses with a shield. The avatar doesn't even jump. It's also confused as to what happened right there. ElFriol in the next match. I don't know what the opponent was thinking, but they could have won that game most likely if they just chose to shield. Look at this. We got a countdown starting at 4. You guys ever seen this before? I don't think I've ever seen the 4, 3, 2, 1 go. It usually starts at 3 from my experience. But let me know in the comments if you've seen a 4 because, you know, the footage in this video is a little bit choppy. Initially, I thought it was like the compression rate, but it might just be some sort of lag and stuff. And we got some weird things going on here because we got countdown starting at 4. We got Stunfisk into Politoed here. Opponent swaps out into Wigglytuff. You love to see it. This Probopass is getting pretty blessed with the switch-ins right here, getting some really favorable matchups. And like we saw in the last match, this is a pretty dominating situation for the Probopass. Let's see if they choose to farm down completely here. I mean, you can see Spark doesn't really do too much, so it makes sense to just throw the Rock Slide here if you could do it before the Clefable gets to move. Actually, I'm going to go for the undercharge. The opponent shields, which doesn't really make much sense, and it gets outpaced to the next Rock Slide as well, so I have no idea what the opponent is doing right there. They pretty much give up a shield for no reason. Shadow Vic comes in. Would have probably been better to save the shield there for this Victreebel, but we got Altaria here to wall this. Stunfisk comes in. Great swap there to catch the move onto the Politoed. At this point, shielding makes sense. You get to a Weather Ball. And Altaria could actually take this game against both of these Pokemon by just saving the shields for it. So I guess it kind of makes sense to let the Politoed go down at this point and just farm down the Stunfisk and then throw a Sky Attack at the Victreebel. That's probably what I would do, but the opponent is going to choose to shield this. I don't like this play so much because the Victreebel could come in and farm down, and if it had like 2 Sludge Bombs, it's not going to get to it. Like, you're going to win this game regardless, but if something crazy happened, you know, the Victreebel could land some heavy damage onto the Altaria, but it's not going to get enough energy for that, so it really doesn't matter how you play this game out. It's going to win either way because it's so dominant, but I personally would let the Politoed go down. Just farm Stunfisk with the Altaria and then throw a Sky Attack at the Victreebel for the win. Yunatakumidayo here. In the next matchup, we got Politoed, Shadow, and Umbreon to start at 4 once again. So maybe it always starts at 4 and I'm just tripping. I don't know, this is one of those morning sessions. I'm not really fully into everything that's happening. Awareness level is quite low. We got Umbreon lead here. This is not the best lead for a Shadow Politoed. You are very spammy, of course, but look at how tanky this Umbreon. That thing is super thick here. Shout out Battle Bill with the thick Breon. We got Politoed here. And gonna lose here. So we're gonna have to shield to get off these 2 Weather Balls. These 2 Weather Balls still aren't going to be enough to knock out the Umbreon, I believe. But probably gonna get a shield here and maybe could get to 3 Weather Balls before the next foul play. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, it does get 1 shield and going to take a bit of time there, so that forces him to burn the last shield, which isn't optimal. We'll be able to get off 2 Weather Balls here, and I think these 2 Weather Balls are going to be just short of knocking out the Umbreon. Probably going to get a shield as well just to maintain switch. Yeah, so even if they get to this 3rd Weather Ball after this, the Umbreon's almost definitely going to shield, unless they want, okay, so they want to take the shield advantage. Makes sense. Skarmory comes in, and the Weather Ball is going to do quite a bit of damage here, actually. Skarmory lets that go through, and this is pretty important to win switch here because now you got Probopass onto Skarmory, which once again, Probopass getting into very favorable positions here. Cresselia comes in, so we're going to bring in Altaria here. Now obviously Moonblast is going to hurt. The Cresselia does have a shield, so this isn't the most optimal situation for Altaria. However, Probopass should do pretty decent here, And this Dragon Breath damage is definitely adding up. Going for the Dragon Pulse here. So I guess if you don't think you'll reach 2 Sky attacks, going for Dragon Pulse makes more sense because it is going to do slightly more damage. And in this situation, it does look like he would not be able to make 2 Sky attacks. So that was a good call there, going for the Dragon Pulse. Got the shield anyways. And the Probopass comes in here and going to take a move here. Let's see if it's a Grass Knot. Grass Knot probably do a decent chunk. Not too much right there. Throw the Rock Slide. And this is going to not KO, but the opponent swaps out into Skarmory. Oh my goodness. Going for the Thunderbolt. Let's see. This is literally going to do, even if this is a Brave Bird, it's not going to do anything. This is a Shadow Probopass, taking that like a boss right there. We got the Rock Slide, not even going for the Thunderbolt to this point. Confident in the Rock Slide KO. Boom. Skarmory goes down. Here comes Cresselia back into the matchup. And that actually allows this Probopass to outpace to the Rock Slide, but even if it didn't outpace, this game was pretty much over. And Probopass gonna take that match. Kind of losing my voice right here. Alright, let's hop into the next matchup right here. We got BuuUsername. So Majin Buu here. Rocking the cool outfit actually, kind of like that. Got the sun hat with the dojo outfit. We got a Skarmory lead here. Into the Shadow Politoed. And this is pretty neutral in general. I guess in 2 shields, Politoed would probably outpace it with Weather Balls. So let's see how the match is going to play out. Shadow Politoed, just going to go straight Weather Ball here, obviously. And the Skarmory is going to choose to let that first one go through. Here comes another Weather Ball. And let's see if the Skarmory wants to invest any shields here or if it's just okay letting this go down. It is going to get to the next Weather Ball here. So at this point, the Skarmory could either get the second shield if it chooses to shield here and throw the Sky attack, which it does. So at this point, Politoed's gonna let this go through. Okay, and I imagine come in with the Probopass and farm down. So loses switch, comes in with Probopass. I expect this time there will be a hard counter for the Probopass. There it is, Vigoroth. Come in with Altaria right here. Opponent swaps out into Swampert. Oh my goodness. Okay. So if you're the opponent there, you have to realize in this situation, your best counter for the Altaria is actually the Vigoroth, and your Swampert still has a very solid matchup against the Probopass. I know Vigoroth's very good against it too, but you need to do as much damage as you can to this Altaria with the Vigoroth, so that even if you do lose that matchup, you could come in and put the Altaria within Hydro Cannon range after, because the Swampert, even if it's low in health, is going to be able to beat this Probopass. So I think the opponent made a mistake here, kind of gave a win condition in this particular matchup. And here, like, let's see how much Body Slam is going to do. Just about, probably more than Hydro Cannon, I'd imagine. And the counters are obviously doing more than the Mud Shots. And look how quick it charges, right? So the thing is, the opponent now dumped all its energy onto Altaria, so Probopass just needs to come in here, get off a Thunderbolt. And because the Vigoroth has no energy left from having to knock out that Altaria, this is going to be enough to KO the Vigoroth, take that game, and Probopass comes through clutch. Vigoroth counter confirmed, and Flintoff 901 gets a very solid 5-0 run right here with a double Shadow Spice team. So those were the battles featuring the Shadow Probopass, Shadow Politoed in the lead, Altaria in the back. Pretty fun team, definitely spicy. We saw some interesting plays from the opponent's sides, but that's a part of GBL. A lot of times your opponents are going to make mistakes. They're going to give you win conditions even in unfavorable matchups. It's up to you to identify those win conditions, pick up on those mistakes, and capitalize on them. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.